Survivor tips to deal with every killer, part 4. The Plague is a killer that has a passive ability to infect survivors. This eventually makes you injured and broken, which means that you cannot heal in any conventional way. At the start of the game, it's almost unavoidable to be infected at some point, and you really shouldn't panic. It's okay to work on generators. As long as you are safe and there's not a lot of pressure on you, you can be injured for quite a bit and it should be okay. Fully infected survivors also spread the infection to anything and anyone that they touch, so do not co-op with a teammate unnecessarily if you can avoid it. You can remove the infection by going to one of several fountains spread across the map and performing a short interaction. Doing this has a certain risk because then the Plague can pick up that fountain and she will become more powerful. So you need to be very careful about where you do it. Ideally, you should cleanse next to generators that are already done where no one really needs to be, or by the edge of the map so that if she picks it up, she's really far away from the action. Survivors that are close to dying should prioritize cleansing just to be safe, and those that are in better shape could delay it and maybe stay injured for a little while before having to cleanse. At the end of the game, the killer will not have enough time to capitalize on the fountain, so that's a good time for everyone to cleanse at once. When she's powered up, the Plague's puke deals damage and is incredibly dangerous. A pallet stun can actually knock her out of her power, but obviously most Plague players are aware of this, and trying it at the wrong time can easily backfire. That being said, if you see the opportunity, go for it. Oh, and if you're in Deep Wound, you don't need to mend before using the fountain. The fountain will heal your Deep Wound status effect, but only if you're not about to bleed out, obviously. Another thing that you might occasionally benefit from is over cleansing. If you notice that there's only 1 or 2 white fountains in the map, that means that you've almost used all of them up. If you and your teammates use all of the fountains at once, all of them will be reverted to normal, and even though she will get her power automatically, she will lose a lot of fountains at once, which should make things harder for her. The Unknown is a character that damages you in a very special way. First, he weakens you, and then the next hit, once you're weakened, will deal damage. The way you deal with this weakened status effect is by constantly looking at him, and if he goes a few seconds without hitting you again, you will shrug it off. But you might have noticed that he actually has an add-on that will preemptively weaken you if you finish a generator. So, unless you know for sure that this add-on is not in play, do not finish generators as a group, otherwise you will end up with several people being weakened at once. Instead, if you're about to finish a generator with someone else, let go and let them finish it themselves so that only one person is weakened. If this add-on is not in play, you can completely ignore this advice.